Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. We want to make sure that we are giving me 5 and ready to go. We're going to start with a prayer, sign of the cross. Do it with me, please. Name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and give us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. We want to move our marker over to our 8 on Wednesday. Remember, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Good. And it's Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. Welcome. I am going to read our resurrection story, the first Easter today. And I also am going to read our Have You Filled a Bucket today to share with our parents how we can fill those buckets at home. All right, here we go. I will also be sending you this so Mom and Dad can have it and you can see it. When Jesus died, his friends were very sad. They put him in a tomb. A large stone was placed in front of the tomb. Soldiers stood nearby to see that no one rolled that stone away. For 3 days, Jesus' body laid in the tomb. Then in the morning, on the 3rd day, an angel came and rolled that stone away. When the soldiers saw the angel, they were afraid. That day, Jesus' friends came to the tomb. They saw that the stone had been rolled away. There was an angel in the tomb. The angel said, "He is not here, for he has risen." Jesus died so that we can all live again after we die. We have Easter to remind everyone of the day Jesus rose from the dead. So Jesus rises for us on Easter. Easter is the last day of Lent. Remember, Ash Wednesday is the first. And I will be sharing the story so you can see the pictures with it with Mom and Dad. The next thing I want to share at this circle time is, have you filled a bucket today? Parents, we talk a lot about this at school, about how we fill kiddos' buckets and how we can fill someone else's. So this is a wonderful story. Have you filled a bucket today? It's a guide to daily happiness with kids. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. Remember, kiddos, we got our buckets every day. You have a bucket, and each member of your family has a bucket too. Your grandparents, friends, neighbors, they all have imaginary buckets. Everyone carries one. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and your good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full, and you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. Remember, boys and girls, we all want to be bucket fillers, not bucket dippers. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, You fill up their bucket. But you can also dip into somebody's bucket and take out some good feelings too. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's bucket dipping. We do not want to be bucket dippers. We want to be bucket fillers, right? Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too, right? We always want to fill buckets, even if we're at home. Many people who dip have an empty bucket too. They may think they can fill their own bucket, but that's not gonna work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into somebody else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, yours gets filled up too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping in each other's buckets. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries their invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill that bucket up. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to a bus driver. He has a bucket too. So if you're not riding in a bus, I think you could maybe say hi to the mailman if he's driving by. Fill his bucket up. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. Maybe invite a brother or sister to play with you since you have to stay home and you can't be at school. You could write a thank you note to your teacher, and since you're not at school to write me a thank you note, maybe you could write mom and dad a love note, I love you note. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. Maybe if you're using Zoom or FaceTime, you could talk to grandma and grandpa and tell them you love them. There are so many ways to fill buckets. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. Enjoy, guys. Have a good day.